Hello, and welcome back to the Drunken Gamer. We are back in Dyson Sphere program. And last we left off, we were actually on the lava planet. The only thing I've done off camera was hook up another copper mine and then come over here. I just placed these real quick to get my power charged back up. And actually, we barely made it back to this planet and had run out of fuel when I got here, so I had to, that could have been pretty detrimental. But oh, one moment. Kitty is he's playing with his doll. So my cat has this doll that we gave him. It's a doll of a cat, a little kitten. And when we gave it to him, he was the same size as it. And anytime he gets stressed out, he starts to carry it around, and he, well, for lack of better terms, he molests it. And apparently when I went to go mix my drink, it stressed him out by going to the other side of the house. So now he's carried it in here, and he's sitting behind me with it, just hanging onto it. It's pretty adorable when he just walks around carrying it, so he might end up joining us up here on the desk. But now, by the way, wondering if you notice I sound a little different, or maybe hopefully sound better. I did buy a new microphone for all this, so hopefully the sound is a little better. And it avoids some more of the background noise. The room that I record in does tend to be a little noisy because I've got a server running, my main computer running, and an air filter running. So there's lots of just background noise. Hopefully they're far enough away and underneath the desk or whatnot to circumvent or to mitigate as much noise as I can. I guess I could shut the air filter off for while I'm recording, but I'll probably forget to turn it back on if I do that. So in this episode, I was recently introduced to lack of processors. Apparently, to make more purple science, we are going to need some more processors somewhere. Which I think, yeah, they're being made here. So I'm betting it's not the processors being made. It's the supply to the processors. It's those things. What is that? The microcrystalline components? And we kind of knew that was going to happen because I didn't actually build a facility to build those. I just tapped into the existing facility, which is up here somewhere. Yeah, these ones. So these guys are trying to provide that. I think was these ones? Yeah. So these guys aren't taking them anymore, so they're all going up, but it's just these 4 machines running. That's not enough. And I'm drooling, apparently. I have a hole in my lip. And drink my margarita. So today I started with finishing off a glass of wine that I had started last night. And so sometimes when I drink, I drink 1 or 2 glasses of wine and I just decide I don't want it anymore, so I stop drinking. So I save the wine or the drink or whatever and just put it in the fridge for next time I want to drink. And last night I was actually on my second glass of wine and just decided I didn't want it anymore. Granted, my glasses of wine are usually double what most people drink for a glass of wine, so there is that. Apparently silicone crystals are being used a lot, which is not a bad thing. I'm thinking I need to upgrade this line here. Let's get some more silicone cooking. That might not still be enough. Alright, well. And we can also take these out. Obviously not needed. Throw those in there. Oh, and I've got some copper. What to do with the copper? I think that doesn't work. You guys have some copper. I don't want to carry copper ore on me. That was from when I was tapping in the new copper lines from that mine on the lava planet I was telling you about earlier. So, tapping it into the existing ones. Looks like I need to upgrade this even further. Because this belt is slower. What happens if we upgrade that belt? Did that upgrade all the way across? Yeah, it looks like it did. But anyway, so I finished off that wine and decided to drink Margarita instead of continuing on wine. Oh wow, so these are actually being used here a lot too. These guys are using... So anyway, the goal for today is I was watching a video. I think it was JD Plays. If you see some other of the Dyson Sphere program videos, you'll probably have seen his videos. Of course, there's a lot of people that are playing it and recording it right now. JD Plays and Nylos and Skystorm and Slipgator and Mangled Pork. Is that the right one? That's usually the one I watch for Factorio. I think it's Mangled Pork. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot his name. I feel really bad. And this class is not cooperating with me. I'm losing as much margarita as I'm drinking. Well, probably not that much, but have to figure out how to seal that better, I guess. It's in a great big margarita glass. If you look at my profile picture, that's the glass I'm drinking out of right now. So, the great big TGI Fridays glass. So, but okay, so that is starting to come in more, and it's actually reaching these last ones now. Okay, so we fixed our silicone issue there. So, but anyway, JD Plays showing how he has a smelting planet. Basically, he's already expanded to other solar systems and everything, and he now smelts everything on one planet. He just sets up mines on different planets that he takes over and just ships all the raw ore to this one planet, smelts everything there, and then from there is sent out the finished product, the ingots or the glass or whatever, is sent out and to his production planets, his production facilities on 2 different planets or whatever. The thing I liked about that is it kind of makes sense because, yeah, in some cases smelting the ingots, and he actually explains it all, like iron goes 1-to-1 to ingots, so it really doesn't change the density of smelting it on site and then shipping it off. But things like the titanium, no, not titanium, is it titanium? Yeah, titanium is 2-to-1, silicon is 2-to-1, so they would be more efficient to ship the finished product. And these, what is the recipe? These are still 1-to-1, so it doesn't really change anything. Some things are definitely like these, even the ingots would be worth it because they're 2-to-1, so you'd literally get 2 pieces per one if you choose the smelted product versus the raw product. But overall, he makes a really good point about, when you go to a planet, all you have to do is set up enough power and for the miners in the shipping facility. And actually, he even doesn't even worry about the power for the shipping facility. He relies on the smelting planet's shipping facilities. These things, the interstellar logistics. So he relies on just these logistic vessels. In my case, I do plan on setting up enough power to run the miners and the shipping facility, because I'm going to have ships in both sections. However, he's actually got a really good point. I haven't actually gotten to deal with the warp engine stuff. In fact, these don't even show that option yet because I haven't gotten that technology, maybe. But even though I do have it on my personal panel, caps lock to start the warp engine. So he doesn't have to worry about trying to ship warp parts, these warp engines, to other facilities. If he relies just on the smelting planet ships to use it, he only has to send them there. So even that, it's probably not a bad idea. It kind of puts everything in one place, and I kind of liked that idea. I liked the idea of a single smelting planet and I'll build another one of these belts, these solar belts and solar and wind belts, to power everything on that planet, which will probably be enough to smelt everything I need for everything. And you know, he calls it a smelting planet, but there's still a ton of space that he has left on it to do use for other items. So really, I could do smelting and production on the same planet, and just use any other planet that I come to. I guess in that case that would be this planet, because I do most of my production on this planet, don't I? Especially with the science and stuff. But I don't know, I kind of want to set up a smelting planet. The problem is, I've only got so many planets in this system, and there we go. So, Bacrux 1 is the lava planet that we've been to, and it's got quite a bit of resources. It's got a lot of titanium, a decent, okay amount of silicon, but a ton of copper and iron. So, it's a great planet to just pull resources from, and quite a bit of stone, a little bit of coal. Not a whole lot of coal, but that's mostly being used actually to power the planet, to be honest. And see, notice how it is actually being mined and the numbers are dropping. But I'm not really worried about the coal on that planet because I've got a belt of solar around it and stuff. So it's not quite finished, but it's more than enough for what I'm using on it, so that's not a big deal. The Crux 2, however, doesn't have a lot of resources. It does have a lot of silicon, obviously, and okay amounts of other items, but the construction area is 100%. There's so much space on this planet because there's no oceans, there's no lava, you know, or water. There's no oceans on it. And that's why it says ocean type none. So I think this would be a good planet to set something like that up. I could ship everything to that planet, have it be the hub of smelting. So and well, to be honest, let's see. If I do go outside to another solar system, I mean, the Crux system is kind of centrally located. So anywhere I go and mine from, they can ship it here, smelt it, finished products can then ship out to anywhere. I'm fairly centrally located in this one. So I haven't played this game enough to know if your home system's always basically centrally located, but maybe I got lucky this time, maybe that's just the norm. I don't know. Either way, Bacrux 2, I think, is going to be a good planet to use as a smelting planet. So that's what I'm going to do today. As soon as I can get my orientation right. Okay, this way. And just go get a bunch of smelters. Yeah, up here. So I want... Let's see, what do I got on me? I've got a lot of items, so I can manufacture things if I need to there. Probably don't need those, but oh well, I'll keep them just for shits and giggles. We got lots of regular belts, lots of medium belts, to be honest. Let's see if we can put those in there. That's as many as it'll hold. But let's pull a couple more medium belts. And oh, actually I have to manufacture the level 3 belts manually. So let's do that. So I'll get that running. And I can't. I don't have super magnetic rings. I have those being manufactured over here somewhere. Am I going in the right direction? Yeah, I believe. Is it further that way? There we are. Saved successfully, thank you. Crash. Okay. These things. Yoink, yoink, and maybe we should stockpile a little more. And now Kitty's got the zoomies. I don't know if you heard that. More pad, less claw, buddy. And alrighty, so 10, 20. Oh, these are 30 at a time. Sweet, yeah, that'll give us plenty. And we have some extra spots. And we can make some more if we need to. So that should be good there. And then we need to make sure... Where's my inventory? Got 10 of those. 10 of those. We got lots of these things to go beat. We should probably get some more of the drones before we head out to that planet. He's got his scratching post. Oh. Turn. Land. Drones are there. Yeah, there they are. Hello, go in there. Let's grab a couple stacks of those. So now I got 2 full stacks. Do those stack to 20 now? They do. So let's finish off the stack of that. Just so we have 2 full stacks. Might as well, right? If we're going to carry extras. And then, oh, come on. Hop over that. Hop over that. And smelters. How many smelters can we grab? Probably going to need a few, because we're going to be setting up a lot. And then we're also going to need, we're not going to have enough space for everything, because we need to set up power. So we're going to need foundations to start the solar belt. And we're going to need solar panels, which they only stack to 20. So that's going to be a problem. We're also going to need wind turbines. So the question is, what do we not need over here? I guess if we're not going to be manufacturing anything, we probably don't need any of these items. So that's kind of what this chest is for. This chest is just for everything that I have on me if I need a place to stash it. We're going to stash all those items in there. We might need some miners. We might as well. We're not going to need assembly machines. We're not going to need storage because it's going to be stored in these. We might need some splitters. We're going to need those. Okay, so now let's go back to, what do we got? Let's take a few stacks of those. Let's finish off a stack of splitters just to make sure we're full. Finish off a stack of those to make sure we're full. Miners. Yeah, might as well. If we're going to carry them, might as well carry full stacks, right? And same with these things. Do we have? Yeah. Should be good. Should be good. Should be good. Okay. Let's take some more of these. Can we take them all? We can. Let's just take all those because we know we're going to use them all. We already got all of those. We're going to need more foundations. Can't do a whole lot about soil piles, so hopefully we have enough and we'll gain some while we're there when we're cleaning up. We got almost 100,000, so it's a good start. Is there anything else we need? We got 2 more spots. Is that going to give us a thought? Yeah. Let's get full stacks. If we're going to take stuff, let's take full stacks. I don't think I need any chemical plants for this. We're not going to be processing chemical stuff or of any of those. Just in case I'm taking thermal, because maybe we can use some coal and augment our power. We do have some power already on that planet. We got some wind power mostly. And I think I do have some coal power going too. And we're not going to need that. We might need both of these. So we have some, I know we have wind power. We might have some coal power. That's the planet I'm on. Bcrux 1. Where is Bcrux 2? There it is. Alright, let's go. Up. Run away. Come on. Up. Whee! So, because when I set up my silicon plant over here, I did put some power, obviously, because I needed to. And hopefully, high purity silicon. Yeah, see, there's already a ship running. So we might actually need to set up some more silicon mines. I seem to be using a lot of silicon right now. Yeah, whoa. Okay, crash. Okay. See, look at this. We got this band of wind farms powering this whole facility. And, okay, we do... No, that's silicon. And we're producing way more power already, just in the solar panel, wind panels, and I bet if we follow this all the way down, we will find our coal. Yep, here's our coal. Coal turned into graphite, energetic graphite, and then powering. And There's actually not much coal left on this thing. How much is left on this planet? 26,000. This is the only vein. This is the only coal vein on this planet. So as soon as that's gone, we're done for. And I think Orientus, and it's right on the equator. So that actually might work out, because we can replace this with our new solar belt. So north, oh, we're going too far north. We want to go south. Let's go find 0. So first thing we're going to do is set up a... Where is the equator? I thought that was close to the equator. That's nowhere near the freaking equator. Huh. Alright, well. There's the equator right there. And we got a silicon mine right in the middle of it. Which is okay. So I'm actually going to do some of this off camera. In fact, I'll just set up the power belt and get rid of the resources of the solar panels, wind panels, and those foundations off camera, because you've seen this before. And the episode's already 20 minutes long, so we're already 2/3 to halfway, depending on how long. I guess my episodes are usually 30 minutes to 30 to 40 minutes, right? So if I do this, I'll run out of time before doing the actual smelting. So I guess I could do this and just continue to talk to you guys, and then you can see how well it goes. I don't know. Can I just run straight? Is this gonna make it work? Make this faster? Whee! Look at that! Oh fuck! Whee! Just running along the equator, la la la. Placing thousands of foundation. Actually, I've got it pretty straight oriented. Oh, I fucked up. I done fucked up the Aaron. Except my name's not Aaron. Oh, nope. Did it again. I thought I was. Oh, I hit a rock, didn't I? Zoom. Look at all that foundation just running around the planet. This planet seems like it might be a little smaller than my moon that I started on. I don't know. I'm actually gaining soil pile doing this. And this is going to really fuck up my orientation. Okay, we're good. So that silicon mine is right on the equator. That's amusing. And that thing is going to make me fuck up. Okay. So I might have enough to at least do one band. I don't think I have. Oh, fuck. I went the other way. It's not what I wanted. Now I'm going to have that funky little section that's going to bother me. Oh, hey, look at that. We were able to go all the way around the world. So we can see where it is, orbital radius, or it doesn't say the actual size of the planet. Am I missing it? Orbit radius, orbital period, rotation period, orbit inclination, planet's axial inclination. So it gives us some data, but it doesn't give us the actual size. Oh, it's actually on a slightly different orbital plane than the other two planets. So, not sure if it's size-wise, but how much did we use? I guess I didn't really pay attention to how much I brought. Whoa, it used a lot, but why did it not? Now we do the other side. The nice thing is, because there's no oceans, I'm just collecting... Oh, fuck. Same area, really. Collecting... slightly off. Nope, too far. Soil pile, which is kind of nice. So when I end up at other planets, or even on my home planets, the other two planets with the lava and water, obviously on the home planet, I might have enough soil pile to just do what I need to do. 200,000 is quite a bit, almost 300,000. It does pretty well. Okay, is that enough? I'm still slightly going to the left there. If anything, I'd rather go to the right, and then I can adjust my cursor back out, rather than, and miss a line of squares instead of Atalanta squares like this right here, where I crossed over the line. That was missing a little section, which is fine, because I could always go back to the outside. The other side, you know, I Atalanta squares, it fucks me up. And I just end up with the bulge that I don't like. This seems to be working pretty well. So yeah, I'm thinking this episode, if we set up this solar thing, we're not going to get to the smelting on this episode. In fact, wow, we brought enough to actually concrete the entire equator and still have a little bit of left over. How did we end up with odd numbers left over? That should have been, because none of this was concreted before, was it? That should have been an even amount. Because each one... Oh, it's the screw-ups. Ha ha ha. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so we're going to use this belt, or this mine, as our break point. And we're going to add our solar panels. Let's start with the wind. There. Straight across. There. And there. So, too close. Oh, motherfuckers. These ones are too close. Okay, you guys can fuck off. There we go. That's what I want. And there. And... oh, fuck, there. And maybe one of these buttons does what I want it to do. Is that straight? I wish you could just kind of click and drag. Like you can in like Factorio and stuff, but you can't. So you have to like... you can click, 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 and drag. And, well, it's not dragging, I guess, just moving the cursor. But it still fucks up sometimes, so... So... yeah, this episode, well, I don't know. What else can we do? What else can we talk about? Hey, successfully took a drink without dribbling. Silly me. And apparently the sun's on the exact opposite side, so they just spun around. And should we just go with wind? I mean, you've seen all this before, the setup of these equator belts of solar. And I mean, a lot of people I've seen do solar belts around the equator for power. The only person that I've seen that actually incorporates these wind as well was Skystorm. I mean, some people have wind around, but it's not in their solar belt. Excuse me. I don't know where that came from. Random sneeze. Yeah. See, I still got some silence coming through. It's slower because my purple science isn't very fast right now. But once we get this smelting planet on... oh, those are still too close. Once we get this smelting planet running fully, I can actually... I think I'll be able to basically just set up facilities anywhere I want. And it'll be... close. We're going to have a gap here for a moment. So I can... even on this same planet, if I wanted to, I can build a microcrystalline components factory. So I think that it'll be nice, I think, once I get one area for this, because, you know, as the mines die off, if you're processing it on planet, like, and JD Plays goes through all this, if you're processing it on planet, and the mines die out, now you've got to go back to that planet to wipe out to clean up the mess. Clean up the processing facilities and the mines. But if it's just mines, is it really worth it to go back? I mean, it's not a big a deal. You can just... the next planet you go to is going to get more, and you just mine them for the resources. The whole point in this game is really mining worlds. So we don't have to think about the ethical aspects of wiping out worlds. There's not other life. I mean, I guess there's plant life available, but there's no other life forms. That would kind of make this a whole different type of game. kind of like Factorio. I mean, you land on a planet, it's got those bugs, and now you start polluting the planet, and it pisses the bugs off. All the biters and the spitters and such. But with this game, there's no other sentient life. Is that the right word? Because I don't know. Depending on your thoughts, your theories, plants can be sentient, just slow. I mean, if you actually look into it, you know, they sleep too. If you record a tree with time lapse, you'll notice that at night the branches droop a little bit. It's like it goes to sleep, and then during the day it wakes back up. Could that be a sign of some sign of sentience? I mean, maybe they're just on such a different timeline than we are. Well, obviously our metabolism's faster, we move fast. It takes a lot to poison a tree. It doesn't take anywhere near the amount to poison us. And then, and it's like are we like a fly to a tree? Do they just barely notice us unless we're actually bothering it? But they just don't have the ability to react. Like, you know, when we're cutting a tree down, they're there one day, and all of a sudden the next day they're just not there. I mean, it kind of fucks with them probably. But like us, we don't see most of the little insects and stuff that are on this planet. There's more weight on this planet in insects than there's anything else combined. There's just so many of them, but the vast majority of them we don't ever notice. They don't affect our lives. We don't think about them. They just live their lives, and they're, you know, obviously usually much shorter lives than ours. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those things that you got to think about. Makes you wonder. Where did I get off on this tangent? Oh, the life forms in this game. So yeah, there's plant life, but there's not other life forms that we're fucking up their worlds and stuff. You know, we're coming in, raping it for the resources, and then moving on, just to sustain our way of life in this world. I mean, it's kind of what we do anyway. Anyway, random thoughts of people. Me, I guess. So, you've seen this probably a few times. I finished out the solar belts on the other planets. You get to see it from scratch. You foundation everything, and really you don't even need a foundation everything. You can really just build this without the foundations. The main reason for the foundations is to level the playing field, especially for like the oceans and stuff, for the water or the lava oceans. Whoops. And on this planet, it's not needed, but I did it anyway. I just like the aesthetics of it. To, you know, you build this belt of machines, have a belt of foundations underneath it to keep it even. I mean, I guess once you build these, damn it. Once you build these, it'll settle anyways. I haven't built any of these. I wonder how. Supply area 26 meters. Supply area 10 meters. Wow, so that is a huge area. Connection like 53 meters. It's even a longer connection than those. Maybe I should start building those things for connections. That supplies a huge area. I mean, can I build them? Nope. Requires those, which I used them all, and those, which I don't think I've ever even made. So, future goals? So for now, we will just stick with what we have. I mean, I guess this episode, we're explaining what our goals are, or our plan is, and we're building this solar band, at least some of it. I don't think I have enough solar panels and wind panels to go all the way around the planet like I did at the foundations. But I do have enough to build a huge chunk of them, at least. And then we'll make lines of smelters. So in the next episode, we'll actually set up the logistics towers and the lines of smelters. and we'll call it bring in iron. Setup going out, I guess it'd be magnets, iron ore, or no, sorry, iron ingots. So we'll bring in iron ore, send out magnets, iron ingots, and steel. Is that the only things that are made from iron directly? What am I looking for? This thing. So iron ingots, magnets, and steel, because, you know, we'll smelt iron ore into iron ingots, and then iron ingots into steel. And those would be produced. So I think we'll just set, you know, iron sets up those three, copper sets up copper ingots, silicon will set up high purity silicon, which I've already got some, but we'll make a new facility anyways. And titanium and stone goes into stone and glass. So we can smelt that. Coal, I don't know if we really need to do the energetic graphite, because some things actually require just coal, I think. Does anything require just coal besides the energetic graphite? I guess not. So maybe we'll do coal also. And so we can just create it into the energetic graphite, which is used in several things. And, you know, if we end up finding something that does require coal later on, hell, we're already going to be shipping it to this planet, so we'll be able to ship it wherever we need to anyway. So that's not that really big a deal. So I'm just going to continue out this solar panel and wind panel band around the equator, off camera, in between episodes, because this episode's getting pretty long. And then when I come back, so next episode, I guess you guys have to wait 2 or 3 days, depending on, well, let's see, it's Tuesdays and Fridays, right? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If this comes out on a Tuesday, it'd be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So either 3 or 4 days, depending on when this specific episode, which day of the week this episode comes out on. And so next time, we'll get the smelting facility up. Also, I guess, on a side note, if you guys are enjoying it, you know, subscribe. I guess I've never really asked people to subscribe, told people to subscribe. You guys know how to use YouTube. The whole like the video, subscribe. I really don't care. If you like the video, great. If you're getting entertained about it on this stuff, awesome. So it doesn't really affect me either way. I'm enjoying making the videos. So hopefully other people get entertainment out of it as well. Hopefully I can bring some smiles to this world. However, if you do have suggestions on games to play, or even for that matter alcohol to drink, keep in mind I do not have a webcam, and I don't plan on getting a webcam right now. Maybe that'll change in the future. So if it's a game that you're hoping for reactions, like Five Nights at Freddy's or something, and you want to actually see my personal reactions, it's not, I mean, I'll still play Five Nights at Freddy's sometime maybe if I decide to go that route, but you're not going to see my personal reaction about it, because I don't have a webcam to record myself. So keep in mind that. So, and I may already own the game, I may not if you suggest it. If it's my type of game, maybe I'll look into it and buy it anyway. If it's not, I might not. It's just, hey, I'm always up for suggestions though. I do currently own like 190 games in my Steam library. I've also got several games on Epic and Origin, and what is that other one? I don't know, I don't really use those other ones very often. So there's those options as well, and just some standalone games. Overall, I probably have 250 games available I could install if I need to. Most of them are older. I don't have a lot of the brand new games. I'm not a huge fan of spending $60 on a video game. I don't usually get $60 of entertainment out of them, so I usually wait till they're on sale. I don't like spending more than $20 for a game, just because there's very few games that can keep my attention for long enough to be worth it to me to buy for that price, and so I don't like taking the chance on them. There's a few big games that, yeah, like Minecraft. I've gotten more than $60 worth of entertainment out of that game, surprisingly. This game, I've probably gotten quite a bit of entertainment out of it. I don't know if it's really worth $60 yet, but I didn't have to pay $60 for it, which is nice. And I actually bought Minecraft when it was in alpha, so I got it for like $10. It was great. And I put a lot of hours into that game. The other thing, alcohol. If you have suggestions of alcohol to drink, I'm all ears for that. If I can get it in my area, that is the biggest obstacle to alcohol, is just if I could even find it. The other thing is, I'm not a fan of beer. I don't like the barley and hops flavors. So if you suggest a beer to me, it's probably not going to happen. But if you suggest an alcohol to me, like a harder liquor, like a certain kind of tequila, or I don't know, schnapps or gin, whatever. I don't know. I'm up for trying stuff. Leave a comment. I'll check them out if I can find it. I do have options to go out of state to buy sometimes. Obviously, I do it for personal consumption, just because, hey, if we don't have the option here, how else am I going to get it? You can go out of state to buy it. I'm not too far from the borders, so I've got options to go to Nevada, Idaho, or Wyoming, I guess, to buy liquor sometimes, and that's where I have to buy my tequila anyways, that I prefer to shoot, the De Leon. Can't buy that in Utah. So, but it's all for personal consumption. So I want to drink it. I don't have the option to buy it locally. I have to buy it distance, and you can't ship alcohol to Utah, which is stupid. I actually bought some things one time, I think it was from Amazon, and the company gave us a gift card for wine.com or something that you buy wine through the mail, but they can't ship it to Utah, so it was completely useless. I had a $100 card that I couldn't use because I can't get it here. So if you suggest things that I can't get in Utah, I will see if it's available in Nevada, Idaho, or Wyoming if I'm curious about it enough. But just note that there's a lot of things I'm very limited on even finding or having options to get to. But either way, leave a suggestion. I'm all for trying to find stuff and trying out new stuff. I don't care for the black licorice flavor. Oh, I ran out of solar panels. Of like, what is it, Jaeger? There's actually a company here in very locally in the same city that I live in that makes Underground. It's a herbal liquor that's actually made in the States. The only one that's made in the States, called Underground, and I think that's really cool that we have that available. Unfortunately, it tastes like black licorice, and I really don't like the taste of black licorice. So it's not for me. So certain things, let me know what it tastes like. I don't like buying a bottle of something that I'm not going to like. However, I do have other people that I hang out with that do like different liquors, and hell, if nothing else, if I don't like it, maybe I can give it to someone that'll like it. So I'm still up for trying stuff that I've never heard of, and am all for it. I'm a huge fan of, one of my favorite liquors is actually called Galiang, which is from Taiwan. Can't get it in the States, unfortunately. You have to have someone locally, in Taiwan be able to bring it to you. It's not easy to obtain. Good stuff though. Very flowery aftertaste. It's a pretty cool flavor. I know I have a lot of people around here that can't handle it because it's like 58% alcohol. So it's pretty strong stuff. But it's got such a smooth, flowery flavor. It's really cool to drink. But so yeah, give me your suggestions in the comments. Until then, drink responsibly. Have a good day, folks.